Here's something that catches almost everyone out before they even begin. There is no such thing as a sole trader company. If you've been searching for how to register one, you've been chasing something that doesn't exist. A sole trader isn't a company. You don't sign up with Companies House. You don't get a company number. There's no certificate of incorporation waiting for you at the end of this. So what are you actually doing? You're telling HMRC, the tax office, that you're now earning money on your own account. That's it. That's the whole thing. And once you understand that, the rest of this gets a lot simpler. Let me walk you through exactly when you have to do it, how it works, and the one rule that's changing in 2026 that most guides haven't caught up with yet. Start with the question that actually matters. Do you even need to register at all? There's a threshold called the trading allowance. If you earn less than £1,000 from self-employment in a tax year, you don't have to register, and you don't have to tell anyone. You can sell things, freelance, do a bit of weekend work, and stay completely under the radar, legally. The moment you go over £1,000 in gross income, though, that's gross before you take off any expenses, the rules switch on. Now you must register, and here's the part people get wrong. You can start trading straight away. You don't need permission first. Registering is something you do because you crossed the line, not something you do to get started. Now, the deadline. This is where the fines come from. You have to register by the 5th of October following the end of the tax year you started in. The UK tax year runs from the 6th of April to the 5th of April. So if you started earning in, say, the 2025 to 2026 year, your deadline to register is the 5th of October 2026. Miss it, and you risk a penalty. But there's a trap on the other side too. Register too early, before you've actually started, and HMRC will send you a tax return demand for a year where you earned nothing. Then you're filing paperwork for a business that didn't exist yet. So the rule is simple. Register when your income is genuinely on track to pass that £1,000. Not before, not months after. Here's how you actually do it. You go to the gov.uk website and create what's called a government gateway account. That's your login for everything tax-related. Then you register for self-assessment as a sole trader. You'll need your national insurance number, your personal details, your business start date, and a short description of what you do. It's free. There's no charge to become a sole trader ever. A few days later, usually within 10 working days, HMRC posts you a UTR. That's your unique taxpayer reference, a 10-digit number that becomes your identity in the tax system. You'll need it every single year. And because it comes by post, make sure the address on file is one you actually live at. People move house, the letter gets lost, and suddenly they can't file. Don't let that be you. Now here's the hidden one, the mistake I see again and again. On HMRC's own forum, someone registered for self-assessment, got their UTR, sat down to file, and only then realised they had to register a second time, specifically as a sole trader, to be set up for national insurance. If you've ever filed a return for another reason, maybe rental income, maybe high earnings, registering again as a sole trader is a separate step. Skip it, and your national insurance record can quietly go wrong. Let's talk about what it costs you once you're in. You pay income tax on your profit, what's left after expenses, above the personal allowance of £12,570. Below that, no income tax. Above it, 20%, then 40% on higher profits, then 45% at the top. On top of that, there's Class 4 national insurance, 6% on profits between £12,570 and £50,270, then 2% above that. And good news, the old Class 2 flat weekly charge was scrapped back in 2024. You no longer pay it. You file your return online and pay by the 31st of January. If your bill is large enough, HMRC also asks for payments on account, advance instalments toward next year, due the 31st of January and the 31st of July. And now the big shift, making tax digital. From the 6th of April 2026, if your gross self-employment income is over £50,000, the old once-a-year return is gone. Instead, you keep digital records and send HMRC 4 updates a year, plus a final declaration. You'll need compatible software to do it. Here's why this matters even if you're nowhere near £50,000. that threshold is falling. It drops to £30,000 in April 2027 and to £20,000 in April 2028. A huge number of ordinary sole traders are about to be pulled in, and registration for it is not automatic. You have to act. So here's the one thing to take away. Registering as a sole trader is free, fast, and mostly painless. But the timing is everything. The people who get hurt aren't the ones who do it wrong. They're the ones who do it late, or never, and let a missed deadline or a broken national insurance record turn a 5-minute job into a real bill. So do this now, before you forget. Go to the gov.uk Register for Self-Assessment page and use the short tool that asks about your situation. It tells you exactly which version of the registration applies to you. And while it's fresh, write down the precise date you started trading. That single date, the one nearly everyone guesses at later, is what decides your deadline and keeps you on the right side of it.